Hi there, how's it going? So I'm on the Waihaha Track in the Pureora Forest, and the plan is to make my way along this track and stay the night at the Waihaha Hut. Judging from the car park which I've just left, it looks like there's a few other people staying there. I have bought my tent, so if I need to use my tent I will, but the plan at this stage, walk along this track to the hut and stay the night. It's a beautiful track, nice and easy, nice river views, things like that. So should be a good time. So join me if you will. Come on along. Let's go. So the Waihaha Track, which is what I'm on, follows the Waihaha River, and I've been peering in every time, so you can see it there behind me. So every time I get a little bit like this, I've been peering in, and there's plenty of trout in there, so probably should have bought the fly rod actually. Looks like a very, very nice spot for a trout. Track so far, been excellent. Let's carry on, shall we? Well, I don't know who Bill is, but I'm grateful for his rest stop. I've just come up the hill, which actually isn't too bad, but she's a bit on the hot side today. So getting to the top here is pretty good. Old boy like me definitely don't do hills too well. I'm grateful for Bill's rest stop. Hopefully I'll get my second wind and we'll be away. So I'll poke the GoPro through a gap in the trees behind me over there and you can have a look, but you can see views right the way down the island. You can see Ruapehu, Narahoe and Tongariro. I'll zoom the GoPro in a little bit, excuse the quality of the footage on the GoPro, but I'll let you have a look at those mountains. Certainly look impressive from up here, that's for sure. So the terrain's changed a little bit now. We're now in this sort of scrubby tussocky country, mainly manuka. We've left the forest behind us, or that way behind us, and we're heading down onto what I think is the river flats. It's hard to tell from here, but it's interesting to see the change. Definitely scrubby sort of manuka country, but very nice it is too. Well, nice spot here overlooking the river and whatnot, so we'll stop for a bite of lunch. Very nice spot. It's a beautiful day, sun's shining, birds are singing, it's really nice. Lovely spot by the river, spot of lunch. So it looks like we're back in the forest again, gone through the tussocks and back into some pretty majestic forest actually. So I think we're probably about 3/4 of the way there now, and we're just starting to pick up these track markers. So normally on dock tracks you see these markers regularly and often, but the first probably 5 or 6k, no markers at all. It's not really surprising. It is a mountain bike track as well as a tramping track, so it's pretty easy to follow. It'd be pretty hard to get lost on this track, but interestingly enough, yeah, we're just starting to pick up these now. Welcome to Waihaha Hut. So it's a pretty standard 10 bunk hut. Replaced the old one, burnt down in 1996 I think. So nice veranda out here. We go into the hut proper. There's a series of bunks around the wall. So it sleeps 10, and then obviously a table, nice looking warm cast iron stove. So that'll be pretty good in winter time, although I don't think we'll need it much tonight. She's pretty warm outside. So we've got a bench over here, little sink, it's connected to the water tank out the back, and obviously a cooking bench. So there's a few bits and pieces left over. It's probably really not a good idea. You really should take things out with you when you go, but there's a few bits and pieces there. So there it is, pretty simple, pretty comfy, warm hut, Waihaha Hut in the Pureora Forest Park. Come on in, she's a nice place to visit. Well, there it is, you know how it works, backcountry dunny. Pretty much standard standard dock dunny this, fiberglass with a bit of a catch on it. She's a composting toilet. It's got a bit of mold in there, but the idea is that you use the toilet and then you throw a handful of vegetation down there, and that helps everything to break down. But yeah, not too smelly, not too bad at all. Should be fine. There you go. Waihaha Hut, backcountry dunny. So you may have seen one of these before. It's a meat safe, so quite common in these hunters' huts. So there you go. Put your prime cuts in there, keep them fresh, keep the flies off them. All good till you pack them out. So nothing like a meat safe. That's a dog box, so if you bring your dog in here, you can only bring your dog onto Dockland, of course, if it's done their Kiwi aversion training. But if you have done that and you're looking for somewhere to keep it, you can go in the little dog box here. So really nice, comfy kennel. If you have a look right down at the back, there's even a candle holder. So I guess that if you were, I don't know, maybe 3 feet high, you could probably sleep in there. It'd make a great little bivvy for you, and you've got your own candle holder. So there it is, dog box bivvy at the Waihaha Hut. So just sorting out the intentions book. You'll find these in pretty much every dock hut, and just filling out what I'm doing and when I'm going out, and bits and pieces like that. So always a good idea. These make a good read actually. Boy, it's a busy hut. So 2 nights ago the hut was full. There were people here last night, people here the night before, the night before. So yeah, very busy hut. So, but well worth the walk in. She's a nice spot. Good morning. Looks like it's dawned a beautiful morning. I think the sun's going to shine. It'll be a lovely walk back to the car. We were joined last night by another couple of hunters. So a few people around the hut. They got up early this morning before dawn. They could hear a couple of things roaring up the valley. So they've gone off having a look to see if they can try their luck. And we had a guy here last night who went the other way down the river because he heard a few things as well. So quite a bit happening at the moment. Not surprising because it is the raw season. So that's when the hunters are out in force, and so are the deer. But yeah, mighty entertaining to sit here in the dark and hear them roaring in the forest. So pretty cool, really. But we'll pack everything up shortly and head out. So it's only just dawn, so we've got plenty of time. It's a very, very nice spot. It's not too cold this morning. Quite pleasant actually. So rather than sleeping in the hut, a couple of the guys decided that it was going to be too hot in the hut, and they were probably right. So they slept out here, pulled a couple of mattresses out and slept out there. It's all underneath the shelter here. So you're plenty sheltered from the elements and everything else. So they were out here so they could hear if anything was roaring in the night, and if the friendly stag came into the clearing, they'd know he was there and they'd be onto him. That's pretty good. So the track in was beautiful, wide, easy to follow. Reasonably flat, only a slight hill to go up and over, but it's designed for mountain bikers. So if it's a mountain bike track, then walkers of any ability can do it. It's a very family friendly hut. If you read the intentions book, you see that there is lots of people coming with their 7-8-year-olds and 6-year-olds. One woman came through with a 5 and a 6 and a 7-year-old, which good luck with that. That would have been a bit of a mission. But it's a 3.5 hour walk. It's, as I said, pretty easy. And the terrain's nice and varied too. You go through some nice tussock area and some beautiful forests. There's some huge rimu trees in there as well. So yeah, well worth the walk, and well worth having a look at the forest. It's an easy walk. Waihaha Track to the Waihaha Hut. Come on out, you'll enjoy yourself. Cheers. So there's the Waihaha Hut behind me. It's a lovely spot to stay. We're in a bit of a sheltered clearing, as you can see, and there's a river just down there for water. So very pleasant spot. The hut is well maintained and very sturdy and very comfortable actually. Nice potbelly stove, etc., to keep you warm, and good facilities. So definitely recommend it. Come on out, you'll enjoy yourself, and let's carry on now and head back to the car. Let's go. If you want to see another hunter's hut, a 12 bunk hut, check out that video up there. I'll see you over there. Until then, stay safe. Thanks for watching.